Lonely Attack on the Different World, web novel, chapter 60. Just a tiny little bit. Day 28, the dungeon, the lowest floor. Dark, pitch black, Stygian shadow. Simply black, darkness, darkness. Yup, humanoid-shaped darkness. It's not simply black, it is darkness that absorbs all the light. Though if I, who is wearing a mantle with a hood, were to call it suspicious, it would probably get angry. I mean, people always get angry with me, so it's kind of expected at this point. So the shadowy person will probably get angry. Appraisal. Name, blank. Race, Dullahan, Lich, No Life King. Age, blank. Level 27. Job, Emperor of the Faraway Labyrinth. HP, blank. MP, blank. Vitality, 179. Power, 259. Speed, 291. Dexterity, 297. Mind, 297. Intellect, 315. Luck, 99. Martial arts, question mark, magic, question mark, skills, question mark, titles, question mark, equipment, question mark. I can appraise it, both the name and the job. Wait, it has a job, even though I don't? And on top of that, Emperor. Emperor class? I can tell that it's strong. It's only level 27, but it's extremely strong. Both power and vitality are not at the level of a Goblin Emperor, but everything else is overwhelming. On top of that, it has 3 races. The elemental attribute is surely darkness. Dullahan is supposed to be some kind of headless knight on a horse, but it has a head. Lich is a mage-type job, so something like a mage or a sage, or even more than that. No Life King is an undead king, undying, and the worst part is question marks on. I can't see his martial arts, magic, or skills, and it even has titles and unknown. Smells of cheat abilities. Probably, even together with the geeks, we wouldn't be able to win. It is simply the strongest. Not in a way of cheat hunter like whatever Kun, but it is actually strong. It's not like it is strong because of this or that, it's just strong. It's strong just as it is, but it also has question marks. My staff with a question mark is the same. Even high-level appraisal gives it question marks. In other words, his skills, magic, techniques, and equipment are all super strong. And what is the most troublesome is that it can fight at a distance and in close combat, is fast, and has wits. And for a finisher, it also has agility and has luck. Well, my luck is still stronger, but that's how it goes. This one is strong. Even so, I walk. I haven't stopped since I opened the door. I approach it. It has the characteristics of Lich and No Life King. I obviously will lose in a ranged battle. I'm almost certain that it has some kind of immortality or magic immunity, though I also don't feel like I can win versus a Dullahan, but at least I will be able to fight. Even if it has immunity to physical damage, I'm sure I will be able to club it to death. Merely looking at it standing with a sword in its hand, I can tell that it's strong. Its strength is in another dimension to mine. It's scary and looks like a Grim Reaper itself, but at the same time, its standing figure has a beauty to it. Walking all the way up to it and looking it in the eye sockets of the skull, I see nothing but darkness. As we were staring at each other, the distance between us completely disappeared. A slash so fast that even God's Eye managed to catch only the actor images. Simply fast and absolutely beautiful. No wind-up, no pre-motion, no excuses, no wavering, nothing useless or extra. A simple movement. Just a slash. Nothing other than that, a cutting attack with nothing extra to it. That is what's called an extreme speed. Because there is nothing but a slash, only its end result. When it began moving, the cut was already finished. There is no beginning, no motion, only the end of it. The start of the slash and the end of the slash happen at exactly the same time. God's Eye probably can see the future, just a little bit, just a tiny bit. And with that very little, I countered the slash. Since when I can see it, the slash is already over. I just keep swinging. Swinging to fend off the attacks. Since it is the No Life King, it must have infinite time. So we keep endlessly exchanging blows, eternally crossing weapons, perpetually parrying. There's probably no end to it. I don't even know how much time has passed already, but it doesn't matter, because the now stretches without limit. But unfortunately, I am limited. Eventually, I will run out of stamina. Eventually, I will run out of mana. And eventually, my mind won't be able to hold. Eventually, I will lose consciousness. But until then, I am limitless. I parried so many times that I lost count. I don't even have time to think. I don't even have the time to blink. An eternity of clashing swords. An instant that those clashes last. But there is an eternity to that instant. There has to be. My physical strength doesn't matter at all. I slash the moment I think about it. I slash the moment that I feel that. It's not the speed of my body. It's the speed of my thought. An impossible speed. If I used my muscles, then I surely wouldn't be able to keep up with this speed. Pull my own strings using the speed of thought. My speed has nothing to do with this. My speed is only limited by the speed of thought. As I kept endlessly exchanging blows, I noticed that this skull has no thirst for blood. Meanwhile, we continue our endless exchange. The source of this bloodthirst must be the darkness. The slashes come from it. Meanwhile, the perpetual fight continues. This skull should have been able to kill me easily many times, any moment that it wanted. Meanwhile, I unceasingly exchange blows. The darkness is fading away, just a bit, just slightly, just a little. But it surely does. Is it the wooden staff scraping and shredding it? The staff is absorbing it? It's scraping off the darkness attribute of the undead? Does it have the holy attribute? But as we exchange blows, as our weapons clash, as we slash, as we cross our weapons, as we attack, eventually, I don't know how long it took, but it completely disappeared. I survived the darkness, but I won't be able to withstand a slash from the skull. The slash from the skull is... I finally understood it. The skull was waiting here all this time for someone to come and kill it. It was waiting so that sometime, someday, someone will come and put an end to it. Otherwise, I would have been decapitated, without being able to put up a fight at all. Even though it was manipulated by the darkness, it didn't submit to it and kept resisting that darkness. It kept struggling all this time, waiting for someone who will be able to kill both of them. Tame? The skull had no intentions to attack since the very beginning. But that's why I could contend with it, because the skull did not want to fight. That's why I was able to match its blows, because the skull had no will to live. That's why I tamed it. I didn't want to kill it. For some reason, I thought that I shouldn't kill it. It was finally free from the darkness, so I, at least, would like to let it out from here.